Okay, so this is really a series. We got 0.8 repeating. And we're going to try to make it into a series because our book is asking us to get this as a ratio of integers. So a ratio of integers would just be like a number over some number. But the way we get the number that the ratio of integers from something like this is we have to do a series and then find what that series converges to. So how would we go about doing that? Well, let's rewrite this into what it really represents. So we have 0.8 plus 0.08 plus 0.008 plus and so on. That's what's really going on. So we can notice a pattern. We can notice that this is really a geometric series in which we have the same common ratio constantly. That common ratio is 0.1 because that's every time we add, we're just moving 1 0 over. So that's like taking the exponent. That's like taking the exponent of something which is a series. And this series, because we have the bar here, it means it goes to infinity. It just keeps going and going and going. And so we get started at 1, because that's what we do, right? We start at 1, therefore n minus 1. Now that we have that, what is our first term? What do we want our first term to be? We want this to go to 1 because we plugged in 1 here. This would give us 0, and that exponent, this would go to 1. So our first term has to be 0.8 because that's our first term there in that series. So now we try to find what it converges to. First of all, does it converge? Well, yes, it does converge because remember, with these geometric series, you know if it converges if its r, which is this, its common ratio, its r, is less than 1. This is less than 1. How do we know this is r, the common ratio? Because this is what's being taken to the exponent. It's not this, it's this. So this is r. R equals 0.1, and 0.1 is less than 1. So it converges. Then we have to ask, what does it converge to? In order to find out, we have this formula, a over 1 minus r. R, we know what that is. That is 0.1, because that's what's inside there. A is our first term. A is what we get when we plug in 1 into there. So we plug in 1, and we would get 1 minus 1, which would give us 0. This would go to 1, and this is what we would be left with. We'd be left with 0.8. So that's what A is, 0.8. Now we have what it converges to, and now we can simplify. We have 0.8 over 0.9, which is the same thing as 8 over 9. So that is our ratio of integers. That represents this.